So, can I talk alone with them for a minute?
We can have them get all of their stuff.
I gave you that opportunity.
I keep talking for 20 minutes. Let me just finish. Here's a peaceful solution. We can help them literally, if they have some bins in there, let's move them. This couple needs a place to sleep tonight. They paid the money. We got the deed.
So he's defrauded a couple by selling them a house that he didn't even have the ownership to sell. What the hell? And like he said, even if the sale was valid, which it is not, but even if it was, you can't kick somebody out 8 hours later. Sometimes it's 15 days, sometimes it's 30 to 60 days. You have to give people time to move out. You can't just be like, yep, we're going to see, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to move your shit on the street. You got to get the fuck out because we're sleeping there tonight. You can't do that. What? And then to have the knowledge now with the court documents to know that this guy doesn't actually own the property. This is infuriating. I see why the guy is suing. I hope he wins. And I'm going to look into the criminal allegations that he's making because the lawsuit is, I believe, just civil. But I want to look into the criminal stuff that he's filing against them because now I'm invested. I'm completely invested at this point.
So, look, we get it. Look, here's what this is bottom line what we've decided, okay? We're leaving things status quo. All right, so we're not going to force them to move any of their stuff out.
Well, yeah, we don't need them to.
Well, we're going to ask that you guys, unless you have a court order, you don't enter the property.
Well, they don't know where they can sleep at. They just paid $600,000 for the property.
And I get that. I would be very upset.
It's not like we're going to take the property. Where are they going to sleep at? They've got places to sleep. We can't get into this property. We've got the locks for the property, so we could go in any time. They forced away in the front door. So tonight, we just use the locks and get into our property. We won't touch their property. We'll sleep someplace. And the guy right there said, and I know you weren't there. Let me just, I'm so outraged by this. He said if we slept there, he would come in and physically throw us out. So the attorney to protect her. But the wife, that was in front of the officer there. He literally said, "I'll throw you out." Okay. And so that's got to be stopped. But we were. If we have the right to the property, we won't touch the stuff. We'll help them move it. But they can't say we can't go in there for 15 days. That's crazy. We've got a place to live.
Well, if that's what the law states, look, again.
The law doesn't say that.
Okay. Again, we're not familiar with civil law.
So we have a deed. That's basic.
Okay.
And that means we own the property. So there's no question about that. And I don't know what I'm saying, but by the way, you didn't hear this, but I got the bankruptcy filings. He has the bankruptcy court. This is his fourth bankruptcy. Bankruptcy court pointed out he hasn't paid any of these. The University of Credit Union, this lender, they have gone before 12 times. He's failed to keep any commitments.
Wow.
This is just a lie.
This is what a liar sounds like, folks. This is somebody who is trying to manipulate himself into getting his way. And it also sounds like he's used to just annoying the shit out of people with word salad and bullshit until he gets his way. And clearly it's not working out for him. Love that for him.
But you can't go in there. Wait a minute. What's going on? What was going on? You're not coming in.
Oh my God. Why is he allowed to go in there?
What's our time frame?
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it, but yes.
What the hell?
If you're simple steam record Google right now,
Wow.
I just did a quick title search.
All right, that about covers it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure to turn your bell notifications on. Until next time, be well.